Hello, and welcome to another RANGROO cast. Me, RANGROO, and today we are doing a 1v1 on Battle Site 0. So in the bottom in the blue, playing as the United States Army, we got Galezio. And up top in the red, also playing as the United States Army, we got Mikor. As usual, let's speed up the early game and get things going. Mikor going straight for racks and 2 oil, while his opponent goes for 2 oil, an immediate racks, and a aluminum, while Mikor decides to go for another oil. Mikor actually holding a few javelin guys back for now. Oh, to defend his base from a Humvee recon, quite smart. Capping his bank. And the same thing with Mikor, capping his bank. Even got a stinger guy in there, just in case. Gale's got 2 aluminum deposits. Well, Mikor only has 1 for now, but he does have that lem in a very nice location right next to it, so all he needs is 1 guy to go back and forth. A rather good strategy. And now look, Mikor going for the bloody, what's it called, field hospital. Actually, never mind, going for a logistical bay instead. And instead, his infantry are going to have to walk instead of taking that nice ride called the dust off. Just have a MG nest in his base just in case. And Gale's already got light vehicle bay out, pumping out a striker who's getting the armory and another field generator. And Mikor sort of fanning out his infantry across the northern flank. He is already expanding on the refineries up top. And Gale's already got the bottom bank. And there we go, we got a little bit of a push here. The strikers moving up. 1 striker ICV filled to the brim of, well, a nice mix of snipers, javelins, and marines. And 2 striker MGS for support. So how will this play out? The javelins, actually no, those are marines that are just going to get killed. No, he can easily take his bank thanks to snipers. What is he doing? What is he doing? Now Mikor's getting ready, he's got the javelins in position, the MG nests are being built. The infantry do unload. They are moving out, the marines shooting stuff, the snipers sniping stuff. MG nest in a very tactical position, the infantry definitely want to get away from that. As they do manage to survive, you might as well try and snipe these guys out of the bank and then take control of it. Get some extra income, and Mikor really wants those MG nests. That's 5. Almost half a dozen MG nests. Gale's upgrading quite quickly, got the helipad already. He's not building anything yet. And Gale's falling all the way back home. And then Mikor, I think he's spending most of his money on these MG nests. He wants to keep his base nice and cozy. And he's even expanding onto the top ridge hill. While Gale's not really expanding all too much. He's pretty much contained in his base for now. Using up his resources quite quickly. Gale's pretty much got all his infantry in a couple of buildings.
Unit detected.
Sniping the javelins as they run up. Yeah. Mikor build nice FOB. More MG nests. I mean, that's a lot of defense. That's always good. An MG nest starts cheap, only 750 oil. And even without the upgrade, it delays the enemy, which is always good. But he doesn't really have much of an army. He's spamming javelin guys, but not that many. I mean, Mikor's very focused on his economy, getting his money. And let's see how he's doing economy.
Resources depleted.
He's doing really well, jeez. And Gale's spending a lot of his. And he's still rather self-contained. Gale's pumping out those strikers. Even got a few Guardian helicopters. And even pumping out some Hercules, so seems like a rather nice mix of armor and helicopter assault. Well, Miko just got a very nice position in this, like, recrease. What was it? It's a counter. What's a counter? I'm gonna say, I guess it's a supermarket. For a nice position in the counter. Oh, look, you have chicken dinner in there. And a fashion ray. Oh, boy. Oh, and a Eugenia Reinbar. I gotta go to his counter sometime. Miko's expanding quite a bit onto the top left
Stealth
side.
enemy unit detected.
Stealth unit getting killed, most likely a sniper. And now Gale's just taking his time, building up his army. You've got an Osprey here, and an Osprey and Hercules always works quite well on a little bird. I mean, both sides being rather defensive, and now here's Miko's strategy, finally getting some units. F-35's getting 2 bloody administrative centres. Oh, lag, there we go. Now Miko's getting a bit of a force now. Got some strikers and blazers. No, that's a lot of F-35s. That's 8. I can count. I think Gale must have sorted out. And he's sort of flying them all around, not doing the strategic or the common conga line strategy. They do harass the refineries, getting some good hits in. And this is going to force Gale to get some AA units. We're probably going to start pumping out some blazers soon. Because F-35s are a pain in the ass. And look at what Miko's doing. He's just slowly encroaching, whatever you call it, onto Gale's bases with the javelins. Oh, accidentally moved out. And Gale is moving up with his light armored force. As they go around town. So Miko's having very defensive, focusing on infantry and plane spam. Basically, he hasn't got a super weapon yet.
Stealth enemy unit detected.
Because if you're going to play a defensive, if you want to turtle, you need a super weapon, because that's your winning unit right there. Especially as the USA, as Peacekeeper too, so they do not mess around Peacekeepers. They definitely keep the peace by completely obliterating the enemy. And Gale's doing quite a good job. He's got his Apaches or Guardians back, just hammering away for Hellfire missiles. Probably got the NMOS upgrade. The Striker's getting closer. Miko doesn't really have much of an armored force. He does have a lot of Javelin guys that can deal with the Strikers, but the Apache or Guardians are a completely different issue. Here comes the F-35s, dropping the whatever Maverick missiles. I think they use Maverick missiles still. Onto the Strikers, and as you can see, there's not many left. But the main big problem is Gale's Guardians. So Miko definitely wants to get some Stingers. He does have a few of those guys. There's a few blazers as well. So he should be able to defend his base.
Stealth enemy unit detected.
But yeah, the Osprey does have a Hercules in sight, and he's doing quite a good job microing his Guardians, keeping out of range. I mean, the Osprey definitely helps a lot. The Osprey has a really combo. And also infantry, they can't really run all out fast, so they can't chase these helicopters down. Except for that one definitely crashed. You know what, Gale's moving on with some of his infantry. Nothing really all too much. Now Gale's already getting the nukes. Well, Miko just gets more air control towers, more administrative centres, but still no nuclear weapons. Just have a heavy vehicle bay, but not exactly taking advantage of it. I'll get those Abrams. And now here's a ridiculous amount of airplanes. She has.
Field depleted.
That's a lot.
Unit lost.
I can't really count, but that's a lot. Oh, he's getting some Atacams.
Stealth enemy unit detected.
Almost every vehicle bay. And as you can see, F-35s, rain concentrated and run building, they do a nice little job. So some Atacams will be, or HIMARS with the Atacams upgrade, will definitely be quite useful. Great for harassing the enemy base. We're just going to be firing off the salvo right now. Miko's still defending his base, and These nukes are building a little bit slowly, but they are getting built. And Gales even has a Patriot just in case, built some more helicopters.
Stealth enemy unit detected.
And I hope he does the right thing and try and harass up top here where it's a bit less defensive. And that's exactly what he's doing. Because if your opponent turtles up, try to hit their refineries on the outside of their base. Easy kills and easy way to destroy your opponent's economy.
Stealth enemy unit detected.
And they are shooting a lot. Gale's force, the F-35s fly over, not getting too many hits. And here comes Michael's force of blazers. They can't really do too much against Gale's ground force effort. That's not really much for ground force. It's mostly blazers.
Stealth enemy unit detected.
Yeah, Gale's just keeping his range, shooting stuff from a far distance. And the F-35s come in and try and pick a few off, and there's even more F-35s coming in. Lots and lots of F-35s.
Stealth enemy unit detected.
I know he has a nuke going off.
Stealth enemy unit detected.
And this is what I'm talking about. He's invested a lot of his money into his administrative centres, and yeah, you need that money, but once you get to DEFCON run, and it's been a little while, get the Patriot, get the anti-2500, get the anti-nuke stuff, because this happens. This always happens. And Mikkel was building his anti-nuke stuff, and that's a good idea. It's a little bit too late. He did lose quite a lot of air control towers. And that's also another problem of air control tower spam, is the nukes work really well. Too bad that thing was online when it hit. But nukes work really well because air control towers are rather easy to kill, only 80 HP. So a good nuke on the air controls, you completely destroy all the planes. Now Mikkel definitely hurt quite a bit. He has, like I did here with all his javelins, to spread them out all the buildings. But as you can see, Gale, he's rather self-contained, doesn't really expand at all too much. He's starting to expand on the right hand side now. But he's definitely been a bit economically defunct compared to Mikkel. Let's check. Yeah, Mikkel's doing Mikkel.
Aluminum
Oh
field
wow,
depleted.
I wasn't expecting that. That's a lot of oil. And that's a lot of rare earth. Damn. That's a lot. You know what, Mikkel's got his force now, some Abrams, and their upgrades on them now, and he's moving up. And Gale does move up as well. I think we are going to see a class over here, the Guardians getting shot off. You know, those bloody Hellfire missiles doing a lot of damage. And also hitting that processing plant. And here comes the F-35s. Now doing their thing. I think they don't have Sidewinder missiles, so they can't shoot the Guardians. The Blazers can, and they are scaring them off. And oh look, here's quite a big force that Gales has. Moving them back, and he's already loading up his nukes once again, and they're almost ready to go off. But yeah, Mikkel, yeah, he's building more anti-nuke stuff, so he should be able to defend himself. I mean, 2 Patriots is already his battalion run. The Guardians sticking long range. I honestly don't know who could win. It should kind of go either way still, because Mikkel he can't really get killed anymore by nukes. So Gale's gonna have to attack, you know, with an actual conventional army. And Mikkel still has, you know, a rather good force, and all those planes still.
Stealth enemy unit detected.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Just a rather odd match. And Mikkel clearing up Gale's Abrams. Actually, no, Gale's doing a pretty good job microing. Getting a striker coming in, getting a flank. I mean, Hercules definitely does help an awful lot. they sort of shoot everything and anything that moves.
Stealth enemy unit detected.
And here comes Gale's forces. Meeko really have a defense. Here's MG Nest. I mean, Gale, he wants to focus on either the field generators or the Patriots, so his nukes can do the heavy lifting. And he is moving up. The Javelin's taking long range shots.
Stealth enemy unit detected.
And does Gale have a force? He's shooting up the Lems.
Stealth enemy unit detected.
Shooting up to administrative centres. But damn, those javelins are just relentless. Same with the HIMARS. Now look, Meeko actually managed to cap his bank over here. Dale's just pounding away at it, trying to recap it. I mean, this is just such an odd match.
Stealth enemy unit detected.
And Gale's moving back his tanks. And yeah, Gale does surrender, and that will be a GG to Michael. Even though he, as you can see, yeah, he did really well economically. Just look at aluminum difference. And yeah, kill difference as well. But yeah, rather good match. Bit odd in terms of just how it was played out. I mean, Meeko, he played very defensively. He didn't get a standard army, you know, just bloody infantry and then spamming planes, which usually works well on that map because it's quite big and you've got a lot of room to maneuver. And I think Gale's, what he could have done a bit more was, instead of trying to attack the main base, was to keep constant pressure on the outwards refineries. Because if you can knock him out and keep him down, you pretty much starve your opponent, who's going to be doing a lot of turtling. But yeah, also I think, I don't know, it's an odd match. Like Meeko, he could have got a bit more anti-nuke defenses early on. And yeah, that was weird. A little bit weird. A little bit off. And well, that's all I have time for. This has been another RANGROO cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as usual, please just take it easy.